Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep...
Welcome to CryptoEMC, everybody. My name is Rudo, known as the chart artist, and with me is my trade buddy Fibonacci Lee. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet. How's everybody else doing? Let's quickly check that out. So today we thought, let's go click by crazy. Secret indicator revealed. What the hell are we talking about? Well, the idea is that what we're going to do today is we're going to share something magic with you guys. So please sit through the whole video, make sure that you don't miss out, because we're going to leave it till the last. Maybe we're rude that way or mean that way. But at the end of the day, idea is it needs to build up. So there's a sequence of events that we want to go through so that you can truly understand why and how and what the reason behind it is. So before we go into the secret indicator, it's off the back that the alts are starting to wake up and we're getting to a point where we need to start trading aggressively. Lee, are we going to do an aggressive trade session today as well?
We have a live trading plan after the YouTube session where we will also use those indicators and see how they perform.
Great. So links in the description. We're going to trade on Twitch. So it's simple. We open our Prime XBT account. Money is there. You see how we buy. You see when we take profit and buy and so forth and so forth. So it's going to be a nice stream. The last one we did quite well. We had a nice trade. We hit the entry quite well. And once it started moving, it didn't stop. We're still sitting on it. We're still sitting on the momentum of it. It was a scalp. The trade's closed.
Well, market is moving, right? Market is moving. The idea also comes from, shall we take profit? How to deal with that? Because when we started, the market was, quite high. And then we got a lot of questions when to take profits, what stage to take profit. And especially if we're going to go to an all-time high, there won't be any candles or any past history to help you with that. So, and then I showed... the idea comes from that, and then I showed to the Rudo how I'm gonna deal with this, and then but start at the beginning. We're gonna start to look at what other people will see in the chart right now. Those are people like maybe you that are with us today. It's got a little bit of trading experience or trading skills, and let me see the chart through your eyes, basically, if you are in this case.
Yes, it boils down to first you must learn how to lose, because then you know when everybody else will lose, and then you can by default know how to win. So we're going to start off with that angle. So I'm bringing up Lee's screen here. So it's a little bit different to what you normally see us and the way you know how we go about trading. But guess what? We started like everybody else using
we started
all the
like this, bring a little bit of memories.
I even had more. That's not enough, Lee. We need more.
Oh, I had more. I had also paid indicators. I bought paid indicators in the past, thinking that this is the magic, and then I don't need to study anymore. I didn't put that on the chart because I tried it, and then obviously, guess what? It did not work. So that's how the story of the journey of the trader. You wanna learn to become a trader. You wanna first try to go to the easiest route. Thinking about which indicator is going to give you the magic tricks, and then you don't need to learn anything. And unfortunately, guys, I'm telling you, this is not going to happen like this. So after that, the journey was this: you start with some moving averages, some these indicators, some trend lines, and after that, you add more and more indicators in your TradingView chart. Your TradingView free account gives you 3 indicators, and you're going to notice quickly it won't be enough for you to use 3 indicators on your chart is not enough. And now you upgrade your TradingView plan because you want more indicators, right? But as the journey goes, as you get more experiences and you understand this price action, you start to remove those indicators. You don't want to see any indicators on your chart. And then my journey was like this. I had up to 10 indicators. I had the pro account with 10 indicators. And now, as you can see on the previous episode, the only one that I'm using right now is the RSI. All right, so that's the only one that is left. And sometimes we don't even need the RSI to be on the chart. Rudo doesn't even need to use the RSI. He just look at the price action. So let's start. Let's dive into it and let's see what other people, the majority of the people, is seeing in Bitcoin right now. Okay.
And yeah, before we dive in it, no offense to anybody that's still using it. Please, trading is art in a sense.
Well, we get our
I
entries.
trade a specific way, yes, and you do a different way. So if it works and you're making money, nobody can tell you then you're doing it wrong. Okay, Lee, so what am I looking at there, buddy?
Well, we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, like I said, through the eyes of the majority of the people who just start this trading journey or learning. So we can see there's a few trends. The most recent one is basically you draw a trend line like this, and you will think that, okay, my support will be basically at 44K. When the price come back and touch this line, you are safe. This line should act as resistance, okay? It may work, it might not work, I don't know. At that stage, we could say on a smaller time frame, if I dive into a smaller time frame, if I'm only using trend lines, you could say at that stage you had how do you call it? An ascending wedge, something like a wedge. And you've been told that basically this kind of wedge has got a higher probability that the price is gonna just
break to the downside.
Break to the downside. And here, obviously, you can see Bitcoin break to the outside, to the upper side. So that brings that you may think that Bitcoin price is gonna test this upper range of this trend line and then bounce back again, or it goes through and then we're going down. Okay, these are the logic explanation about using this wedge. If you kill this wedge, we can see on the daily chart, I've drawn this 2 yellow line. That will be maybe your parallel channel. So with this line connecting these 2 dots, and it was safe to assume that Bitcoin will react when it touches one of the 2 lines. And Bitcoin did react at that stage here. So is it gonna come back and test this middle range of that channel or not? We don't know, okay? But those are
Why would it react, Lee? I want to ask you, why would it react?
Because I think the market makers or the guy who's controlling this, the guy who I don't know, who trade with big volume, they wanna take money and they wanna cheat people. So they react here to give you first the impression that all your analysis like this works.
It's working.
Until the day it doesn't work and you don't understand why it doesn't work this time. So these things can be manufactured, can be easily manufactured by bots, by programs. So trend line, it can be easily manufactured. I mean, basically drawing a trend line, it needs only one line that touches 2 area, 1, 2. So here was your first area. You may think that, okay, we break the trend line here, we're gonna go up, and now, boom, they come down. Second area, maybe at that stage you wanna change your trend line and try to touch these two area. We broke it once. You think we're gonna go up, and boom, it was a cheap move, fake move again, and then market come down and tested this trend line. You may think that this test at this area here was a support of break test, and then it's gonna go up again, and it failed again. Test again here.
Really?
Now you might think that it can work. Or you can change the trend line now like this, and we only broke the trend line here. Or now you may want to put your trend line up to this area here, and you're gonna wait until this trend line is gonna break again to enter maybe another long. So those are everything that you can see based on trend line. Yes, Ludo, you wanted to ask?
Yeah, so the thing is, let's not spend too much time on this because what we want to share is really powerful. And we're already 10 minutes in, so I think we need to cut the boring shit short, and get to the right stuff. Wouldn't you and the viewers agree? Let's quickly see what they say.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit stressed because I mean this is really something that I worked hard on it, and then let's move. Let's make it faster. Then you don't want to go to the moving averages and things like that. Then what?
I think let's not do that. I think let's get to we kind of understand. I mean, remember, anybody that's been here for a while understand the basis on that. And those that are new, please go and watch some of the old videos. It's going to give you an idea of where we're at. So it's important that we understand that we don't get now trapped into this. But the reason why Lee's doing this,
in a nutshell, this was my journey as well. I started like this. I was taught like this, and I started learning trading like this. Until one day, nothing works, and then I started to study a little bit deeper, go through different paid group, and luckily enough, I worked with really, really great traders. They were not paid group in a sense where they were giving you signals, but they were teaching you mostly everything they knew. Okay, and then from the knowledge at acquired within those different paid groups throughout my journey, I was able to pick up the smaller tricks that make sense to me, and I also able to improve those things, and that helped me to set up my own to give me my own trading setup. And after that, I wanted to be lazy. I'm sorry about it, but yeah, it was a lot of work. I wanted to get lazy. And what if I built one indicators that talk to me, that I understand, and that I can use based on my strategy. And for the past year or two, I was really working on this indicator. And okay, let's share it with you.
Let's get that thing going. So the thing is, before we move, Lee, you said you got lazy. So it meant your indicator, the what you're doing, there's not it suits your trading style, first thing. And then the second thing is it tries and gives you confluence and it helps you trade like a machine. We used to call Lee the machine, and that's what he's trying to achieve. He wants to trade like a machine. So if you can take emotions and feelings out of it, it becomes way easier.
I mean, I'm human, and sometimes, a lot of times you get caught by your emotions and you don't know where to look. You don't know if this profit is enough or not. So basically, for me to apply those indicators, I'm trying to, just act as when the indicators tell me to act. And I don't think twice, and then just act based on those signals, because I knew first I built this. I built it based on my strategy. And sometimes if I'm tired, if I'm thinking of something else, if I don't have time to manage, and those signs will help me take actions without too much of emotions attached behind. So let me show you one. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was okay. Let me delete this then. I don't need that anymore. So the first one I want to show you is the buy and so I name it EMC Algo buy and sell range. When I click on that,
I thought you were going to show me this, Lee. Sorry, guys, we didn't prepare for this, but I thought Lee was going to show me this. Just bring up my screen. I thought I was going to get the EMC ribbon that's going to go down. And you see our price broke up.
Oh, yeah.
Your MN crypto special. I thought that was what we're going to get.
Well, these are a combined of all the retail indicators, moving averages, Bollinger Band, but you didn't want to waste time. So let's dive into it, into this real deal here.
Right? Okay, let's get to the real deal. So what am I looking at there?
So you're looking at Bitcoin charts. And I have plugged in now one indicator, which I named EMC Algo buy and sell range. So as the price...
Okay, I'm going to pause you there. Guys, please don't try and add the indicator now. You won't be able to find it.
Yeah, it's not in a public space. And there's a reason behind that, because the idea of EMC channel is to help people, right, to become a trader. And only once you become a trader, you are allowed to use those indicators, basically. Almost that easy. That's one. And secondly, I always said when the bus is full, it won't move. So I actually, that's my edge against the market, against you guys, because if I'm trading, I'm trading against you. And that's why I wanted to keep a little bit more secret and closed. So basically, the less people who is watching this video today, the better it is. But yeah. Okay. So EMC Algo buy and sell range. When I click on that, it will automatically give me some color boxes. So I've got, those color boxes can be obviously customized. There's green, dark green and blue, and there's yellow, red, and purple. So I call it like this cold color. For me, it's a buy. It's a buy area, and this I don't know if you can see on your screen.
Colors, yeah.
And those warm colors is more like a sell area. Okay. The only thing I'm gonna tell you what is the disadvantage of this indicator. It only prints this zone after the next candle opens. Okay, so if I've got a zone, I need to do a little bit of work. I need to copy this area and then drag my box in the future to see the box of where I should buy. So I believe that the best example is to just replay this price action and show you how this indicator worked in the past. So the idea is basically you have indicators and you only buy, you're only allowed to buy when you have a buy zone, and you can sell when you have a sell zone. Okay. So
So
this
if
is
you're
a
new
daily
to
chart.
this and you're worried, am I doing the right thing? You know, we all do it. You know, maybe you out of sheer luck. I mean, I bought my first Bitcoin at $5,000 after a big dump. You know, so I just saw upside and I thought I was a trade genius because I was just making money. So some of people do get in out of sheer luck, and it feels like it's just going, and it just keeps on going. And what happened? I gave all the profit back. And the thing what this indicator then does, Lee, if I'm right, it helps you just keep your emotions in check. So once it starts, once you have a coin and you upload the indicator and it's showing you red boxes at the price where it's at, start thinking about taking profit. Don't overthink it.
Or must I buy when you must I buy into this coin when I have a red box in front of me, knowing that it is a selling zone, right? No, we don't buy. So this is the daily chart, and let's just play the price action.
Replay it, yes.
Replay it, and this was in 2018. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. So here we had a buy box since this candle. That buy zone was here in this area. So here you can see already there are some green zone put in here. So we are still inside this big one. So one of the things as well on this indicator, you mustn't put all your money in your first buy zone because the price can go down and down and down. So you have to ladder in within this buy zone. So now this buy has been executed. And then you have the first yellow zone, which is your first TP point. Take profit. Once you have taken profit, you can put easily your stop loss at break even.
Pause it there quickly. Because what it basically is you can see it went down, but that buy zone is no longer printing green there. So it basically tells you don't buy again. Okay?
Okay. And you can put your stop loss at break even. There's always another trade, guys. There's always another trade. Okay. So let me speed it up a little bit.
Yeah. See what it is. So we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily. So this is a very big picture play. So we're looking at Bitcoin at $6,000. So it's not giving you the buy.
Now we have buys. Okay, 3 areas to buy. As I said, we can ladder in. These are all buy areas. And then here you have, if you bought here, you can take profit here, and these are all selling areas. Okay, this will be your take profit zone from everything that you bought here within this range. Okay, and you can play with different time frame. Once you have sold basically something here, you don't have any Bitcoin left, then you can switch to a smaller time frame, like we have taught you in the past. You look at the daily, but your entry can be on 1 hour. Okay. So those are also by
the way I would actually use it. If you pause there and just rewind to that previous run up that we had. Okay, so if you look at where that green box is, they're at what's a $3,000 Bitcoin?
3,003, yeah.
Okay, and you take a normal fib, just a normal fib retracement, and I use that 23.6 level that I like to use because remember now, we've taught you. You've got the tools. I'm tracking. Every time I see us lose the 23.6 and we're in the red box, it'll probably be a time to sell. And if we're not losing the 23.6 and we're printing a red box, I would be okay to wait for a little bit more.
But if you have the patience, you can dive. Now you have this tool, you have the patience, you can dive like on a smaller time frame and grab more entries and track it on a smaller time frame and sell it on a bigger time frame. You can play with different time frame, and those boxes obviously will change. And it's actually a brilliant tool if you are already a good trader, to give you more confidence. This is what I use it for. I'm not relying 100% on those indicators. I choose my entry and my zone carefully. And with the help of those indicators, then I can, action even with more confidence. So here you have another buy area, okay? And then you have a selling area here.
Lee, I'm getting a question here. Does it work on the 1 minute? Yes, it works on all
Yes,
time frames.
it works on 1
And,
second chart. In 1 minute, it is any time frame it works.
But before
Obviously,
you get too
you
excited-
have more entries and selling area on a smaller time frame. Yes.
Yeah. But before you guys get too excited, remember there's more. This is just one half of it. There's a lot that Lee's got hidden there. That's why I was kind of asking him to hurry up, because I know that this is not a 10-minute discussion, and there's more to that I want him to share with you guys. So Lee,
so back in July
run it out.
2021, it was a buy, and then we were sold here at 52.
Just pause it. Pause it quickly. Where did we meet you guys? When did you guys hear from us? At $65,000.
Yeah, boom, it was here and here, 64,
Okay.
65.
Didn't make a higher high. Can you see there? No higher high thereafter. We got out. Simple as that. Where did we give our biggest buy entries? In the green box. And then the same.
Yeah.
We got everybody out again at 65,000.
Well, at that stage, those indicators were not ready.
Yeah.
But it is using our strategy, so we know how to look at
To apply it.
at the chart here. So here was the top sell at 68, and now boom, we had our buys here, 39, another buy at 32, and that was a perfect buy at 34, 35, and here we are. This is where we are today. So is it a sell today? If you dive really deep in this chart, I can see already there's some area printing here.
I think it was on on the 4 hour maybe. You can see
on
it
the daily as well. You have selling zone. You have already a selling zone here between 48 and 47. So it is good to think about taking a little bit of profit based on that indicator. So that's one. That's one who helped me a lot with buy and sells on different time frame. We can go to 1 hour, and it will give you all those buys and sells area into this 1 hour chart. That was the 1 hour buy. 1 hour buy zone here, selling.
Okay, so this thing solves the localization problem, because when we say we want to trade, we say first you need to get your localization, and then there's more. So this kind of solves your localization for you, Lee. So what else do you have then? How do you add to this?
Another indicator that I use, and you probably have seen on CryptoEMC as well, that I'm using it, especially into this when we started. And I used it a lot to have my pixel perfect entry, close to 1 cent. And that was, and I renamed it this time. I renamed it to EMC Algo Support and Resistance. So I'm going to show you today how I use it. You thought maybe I was, I had a lot of time of drawing every single line, a lot of lines on a chart like this. Okay, they were white lines and sometimes red lines. Actually, I did not draw it.
It's your indicator that basically
that indicator gave me all those lines. I'm gonna show you live how I used this indicator. So
the first one is loaded. Now you're gonna go as far back as possible.
Far back
on your chart.
As far as you can on that cryptocurrency pairing. It can be Bitcoin, can be any. As long as you have it on TradingView, it can be anything. Okay. So I go back into 2017, exactly on the 15th of September. That specific candle here. Why this one? Because it was the further one and it was the lowest one as well. I wanna pick the bottom of the price action on the chart. So once I've got this data, I come to this setting here. EMC Algo support resistance. Top price, bottom price. Bottom price is bottom price. So, and the date, basically. I can put the date here or that indicator. This is the line who indicates me the date from where I want to use it. So top price, I will use, where's my line? Here, this price from TradingView, there on top here, can give me the top candle high, 47,580. No, high is 38.
No.
3,856. 3,856. Bottom was at 2,817.
2,817, yeah.
Okay, and basically that's it. I can put the date, yes or no. That's optional. And I've got here the start and the line. I can customize my line, so I'll put it in white, the opacity of the line. I can leave it at 13, or maybe I can leave it maybe for this purpose at 21, so you can see the white lines. And this tool is giving me all the lines here possible. I can also adjust if I want to see more lines or less. Basically, I can use only one.
Depending on your time frame that you're trading.
Yeah.
You're just an investor or you're scalping. That's what
Or
we're
I
going to
can,
do. On the 1 minute, 5 minute today in a live trading session later today, we're going to be using this, and we're going to be using it on a small time frame. You know?
Yeah. Basically, on a small time frame, you pick up the last move that you can see, and you can put those prices here. You can be adjustable. You know, you put the price of the last candle, but we will show you later on a 5 minute chart how I use it. But these are the two pricing that I'm putting. I put a R2 and 100 lines. This is the number of lines. You can go up to like 500, but 100 is more than enough. And basically, now, do we have to replay here?
I think just cancel the replay and then try again.
And then we're going to replay the price from this level here. Remember at the beginning, you don't know what price wants to do. You don't have all those data, right? But you have already all those lines. So now...
So your TA is done for you in a sense. You've got your support, you've got your resistance, and you've got your localization.
Maybe I'm just
now you've got two of the big things already sorted for you.
I will remove this buy and sell range so you can see how this only the line works. Okay. So first here we have a resistance, price react. The line serve basically as resistance or as support. Price come back exactly to this line, react down. Come back here, find support. It's every time I play this, it's like it's
fun because you're projecting.
It's like magic. But why does the price stop exactly at those lines? And those lines is only from this first candle here. I've done nothing else than just putting two numbers.
We actually said yesterday when we talk about the DNA, look at that wick down. The DNA, and when we see the market has a memory because it's emotional in a sense. So if we can identify the DNA, we have an edge, a big edge over everybody else. And that's what this does.
Okay.
Look at that crazy wick up and down, that Darth Maul candle. Okay, so now you can see how these lines start kicking in.
Okay, now you can ask me, okay, how do I know which line is going to act as support and resistance? You don't know exactly which one is going to act as support and resistance, but it just give you an idea that, okay, be ready because the price can be, that is a resistance and support most of the time, okay? Nothing is 100% sure, nothing is 100% guaranteed. And now if you use these two together, you know that these are the buying and selling zone, and you know that these are the buys. And once you pick up a localization like this box here, where you want to have your perfect buy, wow.
On one of those lines.
One of those lines, and in this case was this line. So if I have to ladder my entry, I will put my price here, I will put my price here, and I will put my price here, and I can put my price here. So I've got maybe 4 entry points inside this box based on those lines.
Just pause it there, Lee, and zoom in at where it's at now, because I think that is an interesting thing there. Another thing that you would want to see is when it starts stepping up the levels, you don't want it to give back the levels. So that is going to help you take profit at some stage, or move your stop to break even to get out of the risk. And that is the key now. So now you've got a good area, and you know when it's losing support, that's not a coin or a price that's trending up anymore.
There's no perfect. I mean, you can use a lot of strategies. I've tried to come up to one strategy which I think it can work. Haven't tested it, but I'm not gonna stay today on the show. But based on this localization, there are some strategies that you can go and backtest. Basically, I'm backtesting once the candle closes inside the box. I take the next candle open, I put my stop below the box, and I'm targeting only a 1-to-1 trade. I say we never target 1-to-1 trade, but these are stupid setups that if it works 6, 7, 8, 9 times out of 10, it's a brilliant strategy. Okay. Yes, you're giving a lot of profit away, but that's one of the strategies you can use on 4 or 5 minutes. Although I told you last time, try that and let me know if it works.
Yeah, the thing is,
with all the works that we have, we don't have time to backtest everything. But for me, I'm just using it as an area of confluences with those lines and where to put my buys and my sells.
The nice thing, if you think about this, is when we started off, off one of our first videos was actually that $100 to 1 million compounding. And if you think about this tool and the way that this uses, it can definitely help you. And there's still a club that's going to be structured around that. But this is probably one of the major magical tools that we'll use to achieve that. Okay, Lee, so now it's going down. Let's have a look at what's playing out over there.
Well, it's going down like this. At least I'm not scared about the price going down because it's still like a support and resistance zone for me. Okay, maybe I'll slow down a little bit. But basically the idea is you can see how this line is working from 2017 and we are in 2019 already. And the price is still respecting all those
these levels.
These levels. And that tool is really powerful for me when it comes to, like I said, all-time high, uncharted territory. So we call Bitcoin's gonna go to 200K, but maybe I'm gonna surely take profit at 185. No, that's only 18,000. Sorry, but where's my line at that stage? If we do go to all-time high, I've got already my TP, around this area. And I will definitely try to target one of those lines.
Okay, so Lee, let's leave it there. Let's park the discussion on this. Now, I think let's talk to everybody and explain to them the road forward with this and how we're going to go about it. Would you say? Do you want to show them a little bit more?
Yeah, there's one more. There's one more. Basically, the same indicator. I'm using it when I'm a little bit more bearish. And I'm using exactly the same indicator.
But you're working from top down, highest
I'm
point
working
to
from
low.
highest point to the lowest point. So at that time here, the highest price was at this candle here. I'm gonna zoom it. This one was the highest one. So I'm just placing my indicator here. Where is it gone now? Okay, indicators is at that point here. And my price, top price, 47580. Bottom price, 46445.
But yeah, I think you've got it wrong there because we're sitting in a $68,000 level.
Oh, sorry. So 69 and 62,822. 69, 62,822. 62,822, right? Okay. And I changed the color of my lines. Instead of having white, I changed it to red. And basically this gives me, if I'm bearish and I'm shorting this market, this is giving me those lines where the price will hit resistance when it's coming back up, hit TPs, and then take profit places when it's going down. And you can obviously use both at the same time by putting those lines all together. And where you have area of confluences, where you have a white and a red line, which we currently is right here, sitting at right here. We have a white and a red one. So now we know that, okay, price is going to really struggle at that point to get past those two lines of resistance or support. Okay. Those are my two indicators that I use still from now and then to give me confidence and confidence in my target and my buys.
So you're not using my indicator?
No.
Okay, right, guys. So the idea behind this is Lee has published these, but they are not publicly idea. Lee has got a big theory, and I agree with him. If the bus is full, it doesn't move. So it's limited. There's only going to be a few people that will probably get access to it. And Lee's, and I agree with him on that. Anything, if you've got an edge, think of it. If you can cheat the market, the idea is you keep it secret. If everybody knows it, it's not going to work. We've been on this from the get-go. you are my opponent. Although we're smiling and we're nice and friendly, you are my opponent. So you will always remain my opponent, even if we're on the same side. Lee is my opponent. And
I mean,
the thing is,
when did you have access to these indicators, Rudo?
no, I've only got it now. Now, today, you gave it to me. Come on. So the reality is it's going to be paid. The link's in the description of the video. You'll be able to get access to it there. And Lee, I think it's on a 6-month subscription base. What we will do is the YouTube goes on as normal. You know, if you can't afford it, or for some reason, or it's not, you know, you're never going to lose access to us, and we're still going to be here. So nothing really changes, and it's not a compulsory or something forced onto you guys. We are doing this YouTube to help people to learn, because we got into crypto when it was still a little bit more wild west. We paid a lot of school fees, and we've bought this obscure indicators ourselves and then stopped using them, and vice versa. This is a tool that we developed, Lee developed. I can't say we, but it does work, and it is a powerful tool, and it does require a little bit of trading knowledge from your side. So sadly, it's not I don't need to worry about learning to trade indicator, because if you look for that, it's definitely not going to
Definitely. I always encourage you to learn first and use the indicators to help you with your analysis. Whatever strategy you have, you know, it can help you. What if I decide tomorrow not to publish it anymore or to cancel it anymore? You know, because too many people are using it, it's not working for me anymore. If you think you're gonna, you know, make money just based on those indicators, I mean, that's the right approach and right idea. So I always encourage you to learn first, and this is what I've done. I've, you know, used and I've paid. And then for other indicators, I learned trading, and then I built my own indicators based on what I've learned. So I built my own, and I'm never going to use anybody else, because I'm confident about my trading skill, and it has been proven that for me, you know, it's the best tool that I have, and it works.
Okay.
So yeah.
So there's an interesting comment here. But do you reckon that people that are watching, you have the power to move the market and abuse the indicator? I doubt it. So what is your thoughts on that?
I think when market wants to move, no matter how strong you want to push it down or how strong you want to push it up, it's not going to happen. I believe that everything is based on an algorithmic, everything is controlled already. And the moment that the bots decide to go ballistic or to go long is because the train is empty, is because there's more money to catch up. Mm-hmm. Why those line works, that's the magic. I'm not gonna, you know, disclose the formula or whatever is behind this. But yeah, that's basically this is basically it. I'm just scared, to be honest with you, that, you know, if we have a lot of people putting the same line and want to exit at the same time, the same price, obviously some of you is gonna have your exit, and maybe even me, I can, you know, be sitting behind with my orders that are not get filled, because too many people are using these indicators. Moving averages was good indicators when there's only a few people using it. But if everyone is using the same thing, it's definitely not gonna work. And that I strongly believe in that, and that's why, you know, it is what it is.
90% of people lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days. So we want to do something that they are not doing. And I think that's the energy behind it. Okay, Lee, so buddy, we've basically shown them the tool. We're going to trade live using it a little bit later. So what we do on CryptoEMC is we do not make claims without putting our money where our mouth is. So that is the reality. In the end of the day, whether you agree or disagree, I honestly don't care, because the reality is this is tools that we use to make money. And like I said in the beginning, if you are making money, you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, why we choose to release it today, because obviously the market is moving, and also, you know, you will be get caught by emotion. You never know when to sell or what to sell, and especially when to sell. And that would be the problem coming forward. I mean, you can hold your token at one stage until, you know, for ages, but once the token start moving, at least now you know, okay, it's time to sell a little bit, take profit, and then maybe put on somewhere else where you give your buy area, you give your buy box, okay, and not repeat those mistakes that you might have done in the past. And yeah,
and it's expensive. I'm sorry, buddy. I do apologize for that, but the thing is, you get a lot for free. We're here every day, and that's not going to change. And it's not out of spite or anything like that. The reality is,
but one of the reasons as well is I really do wish that less people is using it as possible, and that's the egoist view of my point of view of mine. Even my best trading partner, I know he's got a big size. I don't want him to use this exactly the same price as you. When you guys gonna start using it, I have to cut my profit a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna have to take profit before the lines. So
yeah, but okay, I think that's the whole thing. We want to prevent this from turning into a sales pitch. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at a few coins. Right, let's start with this. I want to start and I talk to you about this. We said Bitcoin's going up, also moving down. The dominance is going down. So it's setting up for somewhat of an alt season, Lee. So if you look at this price progression here, what do you think about this? Did we make a higher high? Do you think this dominance will be able to bounce? Because there's the last engulfing, and we are not making a higher high as such. So the trend tells us that the alts are probably in for a little bit of more good news. Isn't that so? What do you think?
I have a problem seeing with your color scheme. I wanted to tell you that I have a problem seeing those green wicks. I don't know if the
I've
viewers
got a
have
magic little button. I can just change it. I've got so many templates. Let's say EMC scheme. Let's see how this one looks. Apply to all. Oops, there's a different color scheme. Can you see it a little bit better now?
Yeah, but not the red one now.
Hey, that's not nice.
Yeah, dominance. I know the dominance chart. I still see there should be a bounce. Are you sure we did not make a higher high within that pullback?
Well, now I'm stuck making colors on.
Is there a lower low?
Let's do this one. Let's see. That one. This is always my favorite one.
That's a bit cool. Use that one.
Okay, cool. So what do we have is, for me, this is the last bearish engulfing structure, because look at this. We had a really bullish structure. Now, I'm talking about the dominance here. So it might sound crazy, but it's still something that moves. So you can chart it in the same way that you do price. And what we have
we made a lower low compared to that bullish one?
For me, yes, because what we have is we had a bullish structure, we had a bearish structure. So there we were continuing on to the upside. Let's just clear this and delete this because now my squibbles are making it messy. So what we have is we had a bullish structure, we had a retrace down, a definite test, but there we failed to make a higher high, okay? Then we went down, failed to make a higher high, and then we made a lower low. So for me, that is the last bearish structure. So if I want to convert this and say, okay, the dominance is going to go back up, what do I want to see? I would want to see that. And we're not doing it clearly. So, and we're sitting right at support. So say Bitcoin does this, I'm now at the top screen, and Bitcoin moves back down to that trend line. I don't know why I can't see the trend line drawn on it now. Let's just delete this box. Say Bitcoin goes down to that trend line. For some reason, I can't draw on the top screen now. That's just a human error. No, it's not working. I can draw at the bottom, can't draw at the top. Okay, but it goes back down to that trend. You'll probably see the dominance test the upper end at that stage again. But now, if it moves down to that trend and it pushes up, the dominance might just lose this level, and that continues the alts moving a little bit stronger. So I'm really happy and excited about that.
For me, it would be really nice for alts, for dominance to go and lose that previous bullish, the last bullish structure, the last where we had the all-time high. Yeah, around this level. 40,
yeah, if it loses
30%.
this range here.
No, the 40%, the trend line here.
Yeah, there, this area over here. I've actually
got even a little bit higher. I'm happy with that.
This chart's maybe a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
So the argument is, like I explained to you, alt seasons continuing to target, and we're not testing these original trend momentum lines. So we are definitely accelerating. So it's good for us to assume that we're going to try and at least go to this range as a minimum. And if we lose it, boom, we continue down. The dominance should be trending down because the things that's being built around Bitcoin is getting more and more appealing and worth more. So the reality is that's the way it should work. One thing I want to share with you, Lee, if we look at, we shared the USDT, and I explained to you how I see weakness. and we lost that support. So I'm really happy, and that kind of correlates with the fact that Bitcoin is moving up. But if I move over to this chart, I want to get the DXY. Look at that. Look at that. We made a higher high, and look at that RSI, a lower low. So that is now setting up for some really good momentum to the downside, and the DXY is accelerating. So let's give it a few more days. Let's see where the week ends, because if we can end this week below this level of 97, the DXY will probably react off this area. That might be the time when we need to take profit, and then maybe fail to make another higher high, and then we're going to move back down to these areas over here. If this is the top, remember, we do still have this target here, so we don't know how it's going to play out. But at least DXY at this stage is giving us a reason to say that there's still a little bit of juice left in Bitcoin, so we can be patient. And the last chart that I actually wanted to share with you guys was this one. Remember when we looked at point and figure the last time around, I said I would want to see us hold a trend. Point and figure is a powerful tool for you to know whether we are holding trend. So we're still holding trend. So I'm really happy with my point and figure. Keeps on holding trend. Areas for confluence for maybe a buy, yes. It will be gapping to the upside, because what is this? This is areas where there was promises to buy somewhere over here from everybody that shorted this range. The same there. Everybody that shorted this range, there is their promises to buy. So it makes sense. All is fine. The market's in harmony. So those imbalances at some stage, if we break, and when we break this trend, nothing lasts forever. When we break those trends, would be areas. We'll be able to identify which one has the higher probability, but would be areas where we can go and buy back a little bit of more Bitcoin. So I'm happy and I'm excited about this, and that's kind of why we want to bring it up, because the market is setting up for some really good bullish move. Lee, do you have a Telos chart for us ready there, my friend?
Telos, yeah. Hold on.
Okay, I'm going to bring up your screen there. Let's quickly have a look at Telos.
So Telos, that was the previous chart. Oh no, they have changed all my settings now with those indicators. Well, okay, so I'm gonna just show you the indicator now. Telos on the 4-hour chart, the bias was given here. Okay, this is what we bought. The last buy was 70.71. This is what we bought. If basically price going down, be ready to buy at 60, and between 69 and 60 again. And we hit the first selling zone here at 88. Okay, and if the price goes up, the top of the range will be 96. And another take profit would be at $1, and so on and so on. So for me, that was a perfect buy. On a tier wise, we did make a higher high by 0.002 cents. Like I said, I was expecting price to retrace here within this zone. So that was another buying opportunity. And I still have orders at 76, between 76 and 74, this kind of range, to add more on my buy, which we did at 71. So I'm expecting maybe, first leg up, second retrace here. Oh, but here they are. Thank you. Here are almost all those levels. So that was the top of the buy entry, bottom of the buy entry, 74. And then, after that, I'm expecting a bigger, stronger leg up, maybe even to 1.1. 1.1, we have supply zone here. We have the selling box. We have the Algo support resistance lines here. So 1.1.
I actually just want to bring this up. Remember when I taught you guys how the market's got its emotions and it moves in a similar way. So once you identify the speed, you can print trend lines into the future and use them. So what do we have at this stage? And it kind of lines up with that. When I look at this, and that video is that trend lines Road to Lambo's video that was named by one of our subscribers. This is the area. We've got demand kicking in there. We've got a bullish engulfing candle sitting on a bearish engulfing structure. We made a higher high. So I cannot no longer, on this basis, until we fail, I cannot wait and sit around and say I can't deploy my money. So if I missed and I didn't buy that one because I was giving you guys trade setups, I didn't buy that initial investment setup from Lee. We're different traders. We trade against each other, guys. So for me, what am I going to do? Well, there's the higher high. That's the area. So if I do this and I flip into a smaller time frame, like a 4-hour or something like that, and I use that trend line, there it's appearing, we would need to come test this demand so that it can lock itself in. And the candle that did give us the higher high is this one over here. It's a little bit messy. This one's got a lot of wicks, but it boils down to the same target. Lee, so what is your support level sitting at around 70? Let's just give it to me quickly on your line, on your side.
Support level? No, I want to add at 74.
Your algo support resistance line that you've got there.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you.
Yes, we're frenemies. When it comes to money, guys, nobody's your friend. That's the reality.
There were one here at 80, and I've got actually a 75, 55, the next zone. So I'm maybe gonna move my order a little bit up here, 75. But you know what? Telos, there's so little orders in this order book on KuCoin.
Yeah, it's a
so now that's the problem. You see, if I give you this zone exactly to the zone, I mean, how I'm gonna get my orders, though, if you're gonna buy in front of me?
Yeah,
that was the other lines that that was a perfect entry at 70 and 76. So I knew that, but I put my order at 71 because I didn't want to miss that buy. Okay,
that comes with the territory, guys. Remember, even the next facet of what CryptoEMC is going to come out soon, which is news and fundamentals as well. And the reality is that when I'm going to share a new project with you guys, you better be wary because I'm going to take profit on you when the opportunity comes in. We share the stuff with you guys. We're going to educate you. We are not, but you're taking responsibility on your gains. And if my investment's doing well, you can rest assured, go to bed at night that this guy took profit. And that's what I want for each and every one of you guys. Do not get left behind by this. We are trading and investing against each other, guys. Remember that. Okay, Lee. So I've got your level marked for.
Well, we'll be always open with you guys. We tell you. I mean, what we told you. Telos was sponsored of the channel. The first day we said don't buy, and then when we bought, we tell you. And yes, I did tell you a little bit later after I bought, which is I think normal. And then I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna sell, but obviously after I sold.
Hey, frenemies. Come on, guys. Let's be mature about this. Okay, so a quick rundown. With these coin MATIC, nothing has changed, guys. Sitting about 23.6 mana. I'm just going to manage these because these were ones that we spoke about a while. Polls, nothing really has changed much there. I am wary on the fact that if this starts moving back down, it's not a higher high, guys. This thing's going to dump down quite hard. So with this one, you better have your stop in place or secure some profit. I would at minimum looking at this, just say, well, a wick down to this area means that I didn't make anything or I didn't lose anything, but it's okay, because if Bitcoin turns around the next 2-3 days, this thing can quickly fall down and it can drop 36%. So just be wary about this. This is the riskiest one of them all. It had the most reward, but it comes with risk, guys. So just remember that. Tezos, on the other hand, still same as MATIC. Not Tezos. Yeah, it's Tezos. EGLD, same thing. Everything is losing a little bit of momentum. So on the next test, we make a slight higher high and we come back down, guys. That's losing momentum. Get your 23.6 in there and start taking some of those profits. Okay, IOTEX, the same thing. IOTEX is not making a higher high. And it lost that trend now. So if we go into smaller time frame, just for you guys to show you, and I'm just going to delete this box because I think it's now in the way. There we go. Let's take the RSI away. That was the original trend that I drew in for you guys, that original momentum area. We're not making a higher high. This thing, the momentum, if you want to be honest with it now, the momentum is down. So if you're sitting around hoping for more, I would rather and hope for another buy and wait for it. The area to wait for it, probably going to be the 618. And the reality with this one is the 786 is going to probably be the sweetheart buy. Because if you buy this area over here, that's going to be the area where I would imagine this thing's going to bounce. So time will tell. Let's see. At this stage, no real trade zone, nothing really other than that you can do. You can take profit with this one. And if it breaks this momentum, if you took some profit there, and it breaks it, open closes there, and the RSI is still looking quite strong, and the momentum is pointing to the upside, which it's not doing, you're welcome to buy back. Simple as that. Okay, I think that's the last one. We can end it up.
I have got RUNE. RUNE, we call RUNE
Oh, yes.
Last
MT
month.
still
Look at
moving.
look at RUNE, what it has done.
And Flux is really doing well. So everybody that's in Flux, you guys should be really happy and excited. Lee, I'm then going to take a second and I'm going to give you the screen for RUNE. Just going to do a normal retracement fib on it. And if I look at that range there, nothing to worry about. You can still hold your Flux because we're testing the 23.6. If we fail to make a higher high, we come back down, open, close below it. That's your cue to stake your profit and expect this thing to come back down and visit the $1.60 range. Okay, Lee, your screen. Let's have a look at RUNE.
Okay, RUNE, the last entry we gave last month. I mean, we were sitting here. We said we wait for the entry between 4. It was a test. I was expecting maybe a lower low as well, but that was a test that we needed to trade. So this was the entry given at $4. We said about $4 we should take an entry, and now maximum TP. We have this sell box, so everything's confirming me that okay, that's enough. That's moving enough within that 1 month. I mean, 200%. Obviously, we haven't made 200% on our portfolio, but 200% on the trade. Even if we're taking partial profit here, we should be having at least double this account. Double this money, the money invested here on that trade. So really nice trade for the last month.
Well done, Lee, and well done for each and every one of you guys that grabbed it. The reality is
this was done without indicators, so you don't need to buy these indicators. Okay.
So yeah, don't feel forced or take offense. It's a nice tool for those that want to use it. Lee, buddy, is there anything else? We did make this a very long one.
Wow,
we
it's a long video, yeah.
Almost at an hour. I think we need to call it.
Well, see you guys on the other side for the live trading.
Live trading coming soon, guys. Links in the description on Twitch. We'll share the setup there. Okay, cheers, buddy. As always, guys, what do we need to do?
Keep hustling.
There we go. Cheers, guys. Bye.